Worried, afraid, excited. These are some of the feelings that we feel whenever a big event is about to change our lives. These are some of the emotions we go through whenever a significant event is about to affect us and the people we love. These are definitely some of the emotions I went through when I went to my first deployment. Today I'm here to inform you about the different stages of my deployment, before, during, and after. When I joined the Navy in July of 2001, I felt free. I had graduated from high school and I had moved out of my father's house. I felt you know, freedom from all his strict rules and watchful eyes. I was ready to travel and go wherever the Navy was going to send me. In September of 2001, I finished boot camp and checked in my first duty station. It was the USS Paul F. Foster. It's a small destroyer stationed in Everett, Washington. Small town, 28 miles. It's located 28 miles north of Seattle. It was a culture shock for me when I moved because, coming from a big city in LA County, a small town was something different. But I told myself I should just get used to it. I should just make the best of it, have fun. 4 months after I checked in, our CEO broke the news that we were deploying within the next 5 months. When I heard that news, I felt excited. I thought, I'm finally going to get to do what I signed up to do. I was ready to travel, see other countries, see new places, and people I worked with were telling me stories about these places, like how cheap the food was in Thailand and how Hong Kong looked just like New York City, except it's on an island. But all these stories that they were telling me, it made it seem like deployment wasn't really all that bad. And then the day of our deployment came. I reported on board with the sea bag, just like this one, full of stuff that I needed for this deployment. As our ship was pulling away, we were manning the rails and we were looking at the pier with all the people that had gathered. That's when I realized that these people are families that we're leaving behind. As we were pulling away, these people that were crying, waving us goodbye, watching them, that's when it hit me. I thought, this is it. There's no turning back. We're going to be doing whatever the country asks us to do to protect our freedom. At that point, I was scared. So we sailed to the Pacific and began our journey there. We started out doing war games with other countries. Then we sailed to the Japanese waters and escorted a aircraft carrier. And then we sailed to the South China Sea to do some rescue missions. And then we went to the Indian Ocean to do some more rescue missions. At that point of the deployment, I was stressed. I was tired. Sleep is a luxury when you're deployed on a warship. I was working 16-hour working days, 6 off. There were days when I worked 6 on, 6 off. It was rough. Being out to sea when the ship is rocking with very little sleep, it takes a toll on your body. And basically, I went to sleep tired and woke up even more tired. At that point, my body was telling me, I'm done with this. Let's go home. 5 months into our cruise, our CEO broke the news that we're right on schedule and we're going home. At that point, I was anxious. I couldn't wait to go home. Our crew was so happy. Everybody were in a better mood. The morale was high in our ship. I started thinking about all the things I wanted to do. And in December of 2002, a few days before Christmas, we made it home. I was relieved. I was happy. I had all these plans, including taking a break, going on leave, spending time with my friends and my family, and including eating home-cooked meals. And we go through all these emotions you know, in our lives whenever a big event's about to affect us in a big way. And I definitely went through all of them. I don't think we can avoid them, but we can definitely learn from them.